Hey everyone, Christine Beckwith here. It's been a while since I've done like a monologue video, but I thought it would be a good time. I feel really inspired. I just got off a coaching call with somebody that I've been coaching for a couple of years, and the whole conversation was kind of around following like that inner guide to happiness and success and what that looked like. And it got me thinking about like last week. So, of course I'm a coach and I put out a lot of positive things and inspirational things, as I should. But I want you to know I'm not protected from life's woes and hard things that happen. And last week I had a hard week. Yeah, last week on Monday, I was getting ready to shoot an episode of Mortgage X podcast. And I had everything set up down here in the studio, and our guest was on, and we had a few minutes that we were waiting, and I ran upstairs because there was a delivery of books. And I grabbed the box, and I came downstairs, and I missed the first step, and I fell. And with the weight of the box, I bounced. I literally hit my back, very steep staircase, wooden staircase to my studio, and I would bounce the whole way down. And I hurt myself really bad. I had an 8-inch by 4-inch area to the right side of my thoracic spine area that would actually contusion out about 2 inches. I also, black and blued my butt. And I hurt the back of an elbow, my right side, I hit my head, and I rolled my left ankle. And anyways, the show had to go on. We were live. I texted my co-host, Jason Frazier, and I said, dude, I just fell down the stairs. He could see me on video. I told him to start the podcast without me. And I shut my camera off because I was bawling my eyes out for a few minutes. And then I came back on, and even then he could see my distraught, and he's texting me, are you okay? Are you sure? And anyways, we went on, and not only did I go on to do the Mortgage X podcast, but I had 5 more hours of meetings, coaching, and things that were all back to back with no break. And I was able to somehow complete the day and do that. I can see that you are an angel of love. But the bad news didn't end there. It would go on that my son would break his collarbone at soccer practice. And so we began getting distress messages for him, and then would have him at the hospital, and he had a serious break in his collarbone. And so that's how last week went. Really, tough week. My dog got into a medicine packet that I was carrying for traveling and ate a few Advil PMs and took a really long nap. Funny story, but not funny at the time that it was happening. So there's the 3 bad things, check the box. But, people expect me to always be happy and upbeat and on. And I found myself challenged last week. I was hurt. My son was hurting. And, all this stuff had happened, and, I still needed to be the voice, of concern and care and positivity. Well, the truth is, I am a person that's positive, but I'm positive because, like everybody else on this earth, I struggle. I'm not afraid to admit that the reason I got into coaching is not because I think I know more than everybody else, or not because I think I'm always happy and everybody should come to me. It's because somewhere along the line of my career, I began to realize that trying to stay positive and successful was work. And that every single day we had to wake up and make choices about being positive. It wasn't naturally happening to me. I had the same struggles, the bad stuff happening, and I had to choose to look for the positive quotes, choose to be around positive people, and choose to squish down those bad thoughts that were plaguing me. And so that kind of brings me to where I'm at with this last coaching call, and that is that, this person's trying to find his way, and he's thinking about leaving one business to go into another business. And one business is kind of lucrative, and the other business is starting over. And we talked about how the financial piece plays into our happiness. And, here it is. I feel like life is about us listening to the internal barometer we have. My mom and dad surely taught me right from wrong, and when I would veer from right, I would always self-correct because I had that voice in my head. internal voice. I still have that internal voice of right from wrong. I think we all do. And the more right I got, the more I listened to that voice, that right voice, the happier I got and the more successful I got. So I guess my final message is, even though we're all chasing success in the form of sometimes financial security, and, you know, we're competing, and I'm super competitive. I mean, right there, you're going to see I got tons of awards in my career. It's like the shrine, just because I have no other place to put all the stuff. It's down here out of the main house. But, you know, I have that in me, but that is not my most abundant feeling has come from when I give. You know, I get excited about Christmas morning because of giving. I can't wait for people to open my gifts, not because I was always awkward at receiving. So even though I was super competitive and wanted to win, I was always weirded out when I received the award. It was more about testing my limits and seeing if I could win. So I'm telling you, like, think about what your abundance is. For me, it's giving. And it's funny because this past year, I've obviously invested in a new company, and I have not made anywhere near as much money as I did as an SVP. And obviously, you know, I'm on the road to great success there. Company is profitable. Not trying to bring my finances into this so much as to tell you that, you know, what makes us feel abundant is something inside of us. You know, I've never been happier in my relationship, at home, in my family dynamic, in my life, as I have been. I can see that you are. And obviously, you know, I'm on the road to great success there. Company is profitable. Not trying to bring my finances into this so much as to tell you that, you know, what makes us feel abundant is something inside of us. You know, I've never been happier in my relationship, at home, in my family dynamic, in my life, as I have been this year. And ironically, this is the year I've given more of myself than ever. I've poured myself onto the stages of conventions, and I've spoken words that I've never spoken in 30 years. You know, I've written in my books, I've coached people, and I've discovered that happiness and success, vision for success, is defined by what makes us whole. And sure, if money is a byproduct of our why and of our goodness, then that's a home run.